notice how the weather's backed off? It's a special day in North Richland Hills, and I just want to tell you all about what we've got going on. I want to greet everybody, tell them thank you for being here, and can everybody hear me? Okay, I want to thank you for being here. This is a special day for NRH, and we're here to celebrate the grand reopening, partial grand reopening. We want to celebrate. Does this help?
Yeah.
Today we're here to celebrate the reopening, the grand reopening, the initial grand reopening, because we're going to open it again for more lanes. But the opening of Iron Horse Bridge. This is great news for our businesses, for the people that have been just putting up with it. The Hills Church of Christ, Iron Horse Golf Course, our residents in Meadow Lakes Retirement Center over here, Home Depot, Staples, Walmart, Sam's, the list goes on. Okay, Chick-fil-A, everybody knows Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, you know, we can go on and on. It's been 16 months. North and south access across Loop 820 is now available to enter and exit nearby retailers just in time for the holiday season. Upon full completion in 2014, the new bridge will be double the previous capacity in order to accommodate up to 18,000 cars per day. Tim Welch and I just came up from Iron Horse Boulevard, and traffic on Ruth Snow was backed up to Iron Horse Boulevard. This is going to be a good reliever for that traffic. Hopefully they'll just stay on the frontage road and not drive through Meadow Lakes, right, Rita? We'll try to control that. I want to acknowledge some folks that are here. I'm going to start with Councilman Tim Welsh, who's right here in front of me, Councilman Scott Turnage, Councilwoman Rita Ojeski. I saw Councilman Tom Lombard. I see Councilman Tom Lombard. Who else is from council? I'm surprised Tito's not here. He's always at everything. Our state representative, Stephanie Click's here. Stephanie, thank you for being here. From our school board, Richard Davis. Richard, anybody else from school board here? Okay. Richard lives just down the road, so he's here. And then our city manager, Mark Wood, and all the city staff. Mark Wood. Mark Heinman. Mark Heinman. I want to thank the North Tarrant Express mobility partners. They delivered. When they told us they needed to shut this thing down for as long as they did, we about fell over. They told us 16 months, they did it. So you guys, the Weber, the North Tarrant, thank y'all. Thank y'all for following through. I already talked about the businesses, but their cooperation, patience, and commitment to this corridor over the course of this project has been just awesome. Our first responders have been meeting with them, have been talking to them, as our Public Works Department, our Planning Department, and everybody else to make sure that we took care of them while this was going on. I'd also like to thank Mr. Tony Pack for his guidance and leadership over the course of the past 3 years as chair of the North Richland Hills Business Mobility Team. Because of his leadership, the mobility team's efforts and NTEMP's cooperation, only one holiday shopping season was impacted. That's pretty major, especially when you see what they've done under this bridge while it's been closed. I've got some facts about the bridge. Y'all know all about the bridge. I'm not going to tell you all that. So with that, I'm going to ask Tony Pack if he would come up and have a few words with you. Tim, would you hold this for Tony? Sure. It's part of your hand.
Thank you very much, Mayor. This is a very exciting day for all of us here. I'm excited that this is the future of this city and what's going to happen for us to be able to accomplish our business in a fashion that will make it a lot easier for our customers even for those that come across this area. I'm very honored also to be part of this fine community. This community has served us very well as a partner and a good neighbor, and I feel very, very honored to be part of this neighborhood and this society here in this area. I also want to thank the mayor and his leadership, because without the mayor's leadership, this would not have happened. Also, I'd like to thank Robert Hinkle, North Tarrant Express, and the team, that they did a fabulous job in communicating with us what we need to be communicating with to help us understand what's going to transpire. It's all about communication, it's all about working with each other. And one of the things that happened with the communications committee that we serve on helped us to be able to be informed of what's happening, help us be informed what's going to be occurring, help us be informed what to do. Well, thank you again, and Robert Hinkle, I'd like to introduce you.
When we first started this project, it was just a few days after we opened our office. Craig Hulse and I got together because he had been instructed by Tony Pack and Mayor Trevino to put together a group that was going to make this bridge and every part of this project possible. And it became the North Richland Hills Mobility Team. And we have tried to replicate it all up and down this corridor because it has been such a successful entity in making things happen. Tony was right. It's all about communications, and it's the back and forth. And sometimes I've seen some pretty good arguments, but it never came to fisticuffs. So I think we've all done good. And my new term now is, and I've talked to the engineers, the guys at Weber. I didn't turn a piece of dirt on this bridge, so all the thanks to me needs to really go to Weber and all the engineers and the folks that are actually out here making this happen. But I've cleared this with them this morning, and I'm just going to go ahead and declare that this bridge is substantially open and complete. We have enjoyed this project so far. It has been a challenge. It has been a great public-private partnership between us and TxDOT and the city of North Richland Hills and the other cities up and down this corridor. And we are proud that we have been able to provide the economic development. There's almost a couple of thousand people that are out here working on this project every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And those guys are buying groceries and going to the cleaners and getting their hair cut and buying gas and all that good stuff. So it's creating economic development as it's coming through. And I know a guy that's just chomping at the bit to talk about economic development right now in this corridor is Jack Bradshaw, the president of the Northeast Tarrant Chamber. Jack, come on.
Hey, what a great morning. I love that term, substantially complete, and we were chuckling about that earlier, and I think I'm going to be using that in my regular daily job. Mr. Mayor, that's substantially complete.
That's right, that's almost there. We're almost done.
Thank you all for being here. We're so great. We're so happy that the weather has cooperated. It's a beautiful morning. Can everybody hear me okay? Just a couple quick facts. As those of you probably know, Tarrant County is the third largest county in Texas, and it's experienced explosive growth since the year 2000. And according to the U.S. Census, the Tarrant County population in 2010 was just over 1.8 million residents. From 2000 to 2010, the county grew over 38%, meaning 206,000 residents. That is a lot of people. Our friend to the east, Dallas County, that we all love, grew less than 1% in that same time period. So that means if this trend continues, that by 2030, Tarrant County will be larger than Dallas County, and that's a pretty astounding statistic. The epicenter of Tarrant County and fastest growing area is right here in Northeast Tarrant County, and smack dab in the middle of that is North Richland Hills. It is now the third largest city in Tarrant County with a population of over 63,000 people. And right here also are 3,200 businesses, and they rely on this bridge opening and the North Tarrant Express Project for their ultimate success. Today we're celebrating another step toward the ultimate goal of completing the North Tarrant Express Project and another step toward the long-term success of the local businesses right here in this area. I drive this stretch of highway every day, and Robert, I can tell you there's been some traffic issues.
Yeah, I know.
He heard. Somebody told him.
He does hear that every day. And though there's been some painful traffic moments, it's very gratifying every day and every week to see the incredible progress and to know that you guys are ahead of schedule. And it's also great knowing that when it's all finished, we'll be able to sit back proudly and watch the great economic of this development of this area continue. So we say thank you to NTE Mobility Partners and everybody involved with the project. Thank you also to the City of North Richland Hills for working with them and making sure that this project stays on track. And thank you also to all the local businesses for their patience during this time and their ability to wait patiently for days like that today for this key bridge opening. Thank you for your sacrifices to all the local businesses. So without any local ado, Mr. Mayor, let's open this bridge.
With Jack talking about sacrifices, don't forget, Christmas is coming, and sacrifices are needed with the CEC being right here. So if you you can, please help the CEC. We appreciate you.
All right, so let's.
How are we going to do this? Everybody behind?
No, everybody stay back there. We're going to take a picture of it, and you're going to cut the ribbon. Tony and their guys.
Yeah, I think
There you go. I saw you standing there.
It's custom made.
I got a good picture. You need to be part of this. Stephanie, you need to be part of this. Oh, that's fine?
Yeah. Just this one right here, yeah.
Okay, come on, Tony, help me. Come on, Stephanie. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. There we go.
Everybody, from this point, the mayor is going to get into his car, drive up. He'll be the first one to crash into this beautiful ribbon we have here. We welcome you to all get in your cars and drive over to Iron Horse to meet us at the C.A. Sanford Clubhouse for coffee and donuts.
Greg, we actually need Rita to drive through. Where's Rita? Rita, we need you to drive through here first. This is your bridge, lady. Okay, let's get going.